There's only two fissures you have to know. The deep fissure that separates the two hemispheres is called the longitudinal fissure. That's where a fold of dura mater called the falx cerebri goes down to anchor the brain. There is another deep fissure separating the cerebrum from the cerebellum. It's called the transverse fissure. There's a fold of dura mater that goes in there called the tentorium cerebelli. There's another fold of dura mater goes along the vermis of the cerebellum called the falx cerebelli. So there's only two fissures though, longitudinal fissure, transverse fissure. There's three sulcuses you have to know. Between the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe, the boundary is called the central sulcus.
That separates the
The frontal lobe from the parietal lobe. Now, right in front of the central sulcus, this gyrus, this hill, is called the precentral gyrus anatomically, but functionally it's the primary somatomotor cortex where you decide to move skeletal muscles. Behind the central sulcus, this gyrus is called the postcentral gyrus anatomically, but functionally it's the primary somatosensory cortex where you become aware of general sensations such as hot, cold, pain, pressure, and where they're occurring in your body. Separating the temporal lobe from the frontal lobe above it, and a little bit of the parietal lobe, is what's called the lateral sulcus. Now, on the outside, you cannot tell where the parietal lobe ends and the occipital lobe begins. But on the inside view, the sagittal view, there is a sulcus separating the parietal lobe from the occipital lobe, and it's called the parieto-occipital sulcus, but it can only be seen on the inside. That's so. Two fissures and three named sulcuses, or sulci.
Cool.